Hello, juniors. My name is Jessica Gonzalez, and I am a program specialist at our Holyoke Leadership Center. This week, we are going to work toward earning our flowers badge, and together, we're going to make curled paper flowers. So, let's make sure we have all of our supplies. So, you're going to need pipe cleaners. If you don't have pipe cleaners, that's okay. You can use construction paper for the stem as well. It just won't necessarily stand up quite as easily, but you work with what you got, and that is no problem at all. So pipe cleaners if you have them. If not, whatever you have for the stem is great. Okay. We are also going to need construction paper. You can also use white paper if that's what you have at home, and you can always color it in and kind of design it how you would like. As long as you have paper, you're good. It will all fold the same way. You're going to need some kind of glue. So I have a glue gun just because it's easier for me to get everything to stick. But craft glue does work, and it will keep them together. You just might have to add a little extra and let it sit a while just to make sure it really is secure. You're gonna need a pencil because you're gonna wrap the paper around the pencil. And then we're gonna need a trusty pair of scissors as well. All right, so to get started, I'd like you to pick the piece of paper that you want to use for your flower. So I will show you how to make one flower, but I encourage you to take that and create as many as you would like. You can even put them in a mason jar once you add the stem. And it's just a really kind of nice way to brighten up your day. All right, so I'm choosing pink for my flower. What I would like you to do to start is you're gonna wanna cut about a ½ inch, okay? So maybe about right here all the way down, and you're gonna need between 5 and 6 of those strips. So let me cut one just to show you, and then I'll give you some time to cut those yourself. All right. So mine's not quite perfectly ½ inch. That's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It'll still work just the same. You just wanna keep it basically around that size. All right, so here's one. If you want to take a few minutes to just cut yours, I'll cut mine, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right. Now remember, we're going to want between 5 and 6 of these. All right, I cut 6. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, perfect. So I want you to start with one piece, okay? You are going to take your pencil and you're gonna start by wrapping the paper around. So you wanna just give it kind of like a touch point here, okay? And then we're gonna, can everyone see that? Sorry. Okay, just like that. And then we are going to just twirl it around the pencil. You can, if you want, actually set the pencil down and roll it. If that's easier for you, it's totally up to you. I'm going to fold it this way just so that I can show everyone what I'm doing. Whoops, there we go. Okay. All right, and we're just going to curl it until we get it all the way around. Excellent. All right, now we're going to pull it right off, okay? And you can kind of adjust it, but it should look essentially like this, okay? Now, in order for it, whoops, mine just uncurled. That's okay, you can always fix it, no big deal at all. All right, so now that I have repaired my flower, I need to make sure I glue this loose piece so that it doesn't unravel. Okay, so what I would like you to do is where you have this little extra piece of paper, we're gonna put a dot of glue there and just fold it down so that we have a perfect kind of circular shape here. Whoops, there we go. All right, let's see, did that work? Excellent, all right. So it should now look like this, okay? So what I would like you to do now is create the other 4 or 5 of these, okay? And then we'll move on to the next step. All right, I will be right back. You guys create the rest of yours, and then we are on to the next step. All right, girls, so now you should have 6 of the curled pieces of paper. So I'll show you mine. Oops, these are mine right here, okay? So I have 6. Now, one more thing you have to do, one more piece of curled paper. So I did the middle one. Excuse me, I added a 7th one, so I wanted something for the middle. You could use yellow, blue, pink, whatever color you would like. So I just used a green piece of paper. So if you want to take a second, pick out a second color for the middle of your flower, and then quickly curl that one, and then we can move on to the next step. All right, so now what we have to do is we want to make sure that all of our little curled pieces of paper fit around our middle piece of paper, okay? So it should look like this. So your middle color goes right there, and then you put the others around it. So now we're going to take a moment just to glue these all together, okay? And I'll start with one so I can show you. Put a little bit of glue. There's our first one, okay? And we're just going to do that all the way around until all of them are surrounding our middle. Let's see, there's 2. 3. 4. It's coming together. 5. 6. All right, and there you have it. Okay, now we need a stem. You might want to put this aside for a few minutes, let it dry. If you're using craft glue, it might take a little bit longer to dry, so just keep that in mind. Put this over here. All right, now we're going to need a pipe cleaner. Again, you can use any color you want. I'm using green, but you may use whatever you would like. And you can also use paper as the stem as well. It's totally up to you. If you're using paper, you're probably going to want to trace a petal to attach to it, and you can just glue that right on. With the pipe cleaner, we can actually make that as one. So let's take our pipe cleaner and fold it right in half, okay? And we're just going to twist the bottom a little so that it stays together, okay? Now, if you want to add a petal, we're just going to take one of the sides and we're going to bend it over and just twist it around so that it stays. Beautiful. Then, to make sure, if you want to leave it like this, you absolutely can. I might just wrap mine a little bit, just so the petal is a little bit closer to the branch, okay? And at this point, you can cut this if you want. I might cut it just a little. Let's see, there we go, perfect, okay? Now, we're gonna attach our flower. So your best bet with this is probably either to tape it from the back, or excuse me, glue it from the back, or glue it kind of right up in between. So the pipe cleaners are thin enough that you can kind of very gently push it through these bottom 2 petals to get it to fit that way, or on the back. I'll probably glue it on the back. I think it might be a little easier. Okay. All right, let's see. So I'm just gonna pin it right about here, see if that'll stay. Again, if you're using craft glue, you might want to let it dry for a minute. Same with hot glue, actually. Sometimes it doesn't hold right away. And there you have it. All right, so your flower is done. You can make as many as you want, and you can actually use a mason jar if you want and put it in there. You could fill it with some little rocks or something like that. And I actually have a second one here that I did. And you can make your own little garden. All right, I hope you enjoy. Have fun.